Alright guys, another day, another trip. Flying solo today. It's going to be a super nice day out, and we have about 12.5 bait from a previous trip. So I'm going to head out and see if I can go through those bait. Hopefully we go through them by, I don't know, 9:30. 2.5 hours. And if we do, that means we had a good day, and then we'll get back. And we're going to watch the Super Bowl. Not sure when this video will be put out, but I'm rooting for the 49ers. And I don't really know. If the Chiefs won, I wouldn't be overly upset, but I'm going to root for the 49ers. They haven't won it in a while. So we'll go with the Niners. We're going to snowmobile out. I've fished here a couple times. I'm going to go somewhere different today. See if we can get into some bass. I'd like to get a big old bass. Brookies and browns always on the table. Would never be mad getting one of those. Earlier in the year, Ariane got her first. We're going to head out here and we are going to fish for browns, brookies, and bass. And we're going to try to stay away from the pickerel. But if we get pickerel, we get pickerel. I do have the live scope and I want to check out and see what we can get on that for maybe some perch or something. There's no crappie in here, which is crappy. Dad joke. I am rocking a cold. What's new? Always got one of those, but let's go ahead and get unloaded before everybody gets here. Don't think you can complain about getting up early for that. I've never fished this spot, but there's an island. I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4 buoys up there. I'll probably stay away from that area with the snowmobile, but I'm hoping there's some structure here. Maybe that's rock piles or something. I didn't download the FishBrain app that Paul has, which would tell me if there was structure over there, because I'm too cheap. But I'm going to get a hole drilled, see what we're working with. It's pretty warm today. I don't think I'm going to set up the shack. At least not right now anyway. I have it just in case. But I think this might be another day of sitting outside. Getting the fresh air so I don't get colds and stuff. Yeah. Like that works. So what I'm going to do is drop the live scope down. I have a map that shows me the approximate thicknesses. Not thicknesses. That'd be cool if you had a map for the thicknesses of the ice. Not sure how that technology would work, but I have a map for the depths. And it's pretty generic. It gets you in the ballpark. But before I set my traps, I want to see kind of what way we're looking here. So I can set the live scope in forward mode and just kind of see, because I got this island right here next to me, so I can see if there's any structure or what's going on around me and decide where I want to send my traps. Right now we're in 17 feet of water. So put that in forward mode. Tilt this up into forward mode. I mean, it stays pretty consistent. There's a couple decent fish right under me right now. I'm gonna grab my jig poles. You can always tell by the size of your what you're dropping down for a jig if the fish are actually halfway decent. I might just not be interested in what I'm presenting right now. It's definitely a difference between interested and hungry. They're interested in it. They don't seem to be very hungry. Arian's texting me. She's jealous. So this is the issue I have with live scope is you check the depths when you get here and then you see a couple fish and then before you know it, it's been 2 hours and you don't even have your traps in the water yet. So gotta have a little self-control. We're gonna stop doing this. We're gonna do some traps. I think I'm gonna do 1 this way, 3 that way, and then our 5th line will be jigging. So let's unhook the sled and we'll get that done. Guys, I just saw a huge bald eagle fly off one of the pine trees on that island. That's definitely the downfall of these GoPros is I can't zoom. I think by next winter I'll have an actual camera. But even with that GoPro, I was so close. You probably would have been able to see it. Well, keep an eye. Usually when you see those tall softwoods like that, when you're out ice fishing, it's always a good idea to keep an eye out. But that thing was massive. We'll see. I'd like to get a good look at it. It flew back around the back side of the island. I'm sure it'll be back, but let's go get our trap set up. Alright, for those who want to know, there is a couple different ways that people hook the bait up. I go right in front of that back fin there, just under. You don't want to pierce the spine because they won't be very lively. And you want to make sure the hook comes back out and is going straight up. That way when something grabs it, they're good to go. And we are fishing. Oh, something small. Get caught on the ice. I saw it, looked small. I caught my hook on the ice. Didn't even grab the bait. Alright, so nothing on that one. It felt pretty small, but I don't think I got a good hook set on it. I saw it. It looked kind of dark, so I'm kind of thinking it was a pickerel. But this is the one closest to the island too, so it could have been a trout, I guess. I got some buoys over there in the trap. I think I'm gonna go pull that trap and put it on this side. I don't own the water, so I guess I can't be mad, but people decided to walk all the way across and put their traps literally in between me and my last one. So I'm gonna go get it moved, just to avoid any conflict or me accidentally running one of their traps over. I'm gonna put it on this side of the island. I've been watching for that eagle. Haven't seen nothing yet. But let's go get the auger and get a hole drilled, and I'll try to go over there quick so my bait don't die. Alright guys, I moved spots. We got one flag and lost it at the hole. It looked tiny. I've caught 7 little tiny yellow perch. I didn't set everything up, so it was pretty easy to pick up quick. So I am going to scoot on the other side of the pond and try our luck over here. It's only about 9:45, so we got plenty of day left, but where I didn't set everything up, it was super easy to move everything, so no sense of sitting in the same spot. We were there for a couple hours with no flags. Well, the one flag. We'll try our luck over on the other side and away from the people. So again, now that I can talk a little louder without causing conflict, this is like a big controversy with how close to set up to other people. I've seen derbies where people are right on top of each other, but that's kind of what you expect when there's hundreds of people. This place is massive, and these two gentlemen decided to walk from this side all the way over to that side and literally put a trap in between me and my trap. So because I don't own the water, I don't say nothing to them. I'm not gonna go blast them on Facebook and throw it up in all the chats, but needless to say, I went and got my trap that was next to his and just moved it. So I think it was pretty obvious that I didn't care for what they did. But again, I don't let things like that ruin my day. I didn't have the shack up or anything like that, so it was easy just to move my shack and keep my thoughts to myself about how I feel with people that do that. So I'm not even going to tell you guys those thoughts, because I said this was a family channel and I'm going to keep it that way. So let's get some more lines in the water and see if we can use up the rest of this bait. So our 4 traps are back in the water, and we're going to get back over there, put the live scope in, see what we can see. Hopefully something a little bigger than what we've been catching is my goal. But when it's slow, it's fun to catch something, so being able to play around with those little tiny perch are pretty fun. So hopefully one of these tip-ups lands us something. I like a trout today would be nice. I'd even take a big pickerel. Big old 20-inch pickerel I wouldn't be mad at. So let's get back over there, see if we can see anything on the scope. Alright guys, we have a flag. I just watched it go up. It's close, we'll walk to it. First one over in this spot. Let's go see what it is. Pickerel, trout, bass, white perch. What could it be? Not so bad. Not spinning. Nope, there it goes. I either missed it or it's tiny. The same little jerks we're catching on the jig pole. Hopefully there's not just a school of those guys around, like there is on the live scope. It's about the same size I was catching. I caught 7 of them over at the other spot. I caught 1 here off camera, and then I just caught that one. So we're at 9 fish for the day, technically, even though if you put them all together it'd equal 1 good fish. So head back over there where my coffee is. Like I said, I'm sure you guys can hear the wind. It's more of an annoyance. It's not freezing. If I had the girls here, I'd probably have the shack up, but I'm gonna try to tough it out a few hours. There's a big bowl of chili waiting for me when I get home, and we got the game on tonight, so it'll be pretty easy and quick to pack up if I don't set everything up. So we'll probably stick with that. Set that alarm on that flag right. I shouldn't be tipped over that much. Probably why it didn't go off. Small again. Are you serious? So, before I noticed this, I caught a tiny one on the jig pole, maybe half this size. I got a question for you guys since we're slow. When you get a flag and you have to go to your trap, what type of person are you? Are you this type of person? I don't know what kind I am. A little of both, I guess. Lucky number 13. Fish is a fish. Come on, flags. $14. Oh no. If you can see good. You can probably see good if you're not looking at my ugly face. Well, I said I wanted to use all my bait today. This is how I want to do that. Oh, we gotta jump back on because we got a flag all the way over on the backside, so maybe we'll have better luck over there. Let's go. Feeling a little bit bigger. It's a pickerel. Not something I love to catch, but look. I don't think he likes to be caught either. After 11 tiny yellow perch, I'll take something with a little bit of size to it. And he's back with his friends. That was kind of cool. A little bit of excitement. 2 flags at once. No fish over there. Pickerel over here. Put another bait on. We might be out of here before 2 if this keeps up. So before you guys die here, I'll give you kind of my tips on a windy day. So as you're pulling your line out and you're bringing a fish, I know that the wind's blowing this way, right? So as I take my line out, I want to throw it with the wind, okay, not against it. And this will, especially in high winds, will get you less likely to get all tangled up, because sometimes you get a big fish on, you have to let it take line back. You don't want to just kind of pile it all up next to you or be throwing it into the wind so the wind's blowing it back across the hole. It is a little bit harder when you're trying to film too and not putting your butt in your subscriber's face, but I'm trying to get that down. And obviously if the wind's blowing that way and your line is also going that way under the ice, you want to set the hook on the opposite hole. You don't want it to whiplash around. So if you're over on this side and the line goes down and under, basically under your feet, if you set that hook, it's really going to kind of slingshot that ice. So you want to get on the other side, set the hook, and then that's when you can start leading the fish toward where you want to throw the line, going with the wind. So that's kind of my 2 cents. I try to do that 90% of the time. However, there are those times where I'm just excited I got a flag, and then I have to deal with the rat's nest in my line when I'm done. So let's get back over to that warm coffee. My hands are now freezing. I told you guys it wasn't cold out, but when your hands are in the water for a little bit, it gets a little chilly. So let's get back over there. We are going to go check the bait. We have 3 live shiners left, and we have 4 traps out. The longest I'm going to stay is another hour. The shortest I'll stay is when we run out of bait. So we want to make sure our bait's nice and lively for this last push. We are up to 15 total fish, 14 of them tiny yellow perch. If I did not have the YouTube channel, I could leave that part out and just say I caught 15 fish and leave it at that. But My beard looked good flowing in the wind. I can't make up that story because you guys are with me, so no fish story here. So I'm gonna grab the bait. I'm going to go shake them around, maybe change some depths for a little bit. We got one more push. We gotta get a brown trout or brook trout or something. So let's go do that. Something's gotta bite it. I don't know if they think it's a friend. Maybe they know this guy. Maybe they know this smell. It's not a smell, it's a shiner. Maybe they know him. They're like, Frank, where you been? Where's the rest of your body? I would love it if these were like white perch or something. What's crazy is the effort that the fish will go through to follow your jig around and then not bite it. Like some of them back in the other spot, I knew they were gonna bite it. I mean, they flew to it. Some of these other ones, like I've made these ones go up 4 feet from the spot that they were in. And they just hang out. And you would think with as many, I mean, there's 10 on the screen, you would think that they would be competing with each other and want to get it before, you know, one of the other ones. Alright, let's see what we got here. I'm gonna go with these Euro Tackle Wonder Bread glow in the dark. So, I know some people who haven't done a lot of this are going to wonder, how does it glow in the dark? Well, I'm not going to make you Google it. I'm going to show you. You remember that around Christmas time. So if you guys have watched the channel, you know that I purchased this year. I still have a lot to learn on it. And one of the things I ordered extra that didn't come with it, this button right here, will give you the UV light. And I'm gonna go ahead and put that in there for a while. Now you can buy like a little flashlight, and I have a case that kind of, it looks like something you put your glasses in, your sunglasses or your reading glasses. And I'm actually going to cut that tail off just a little bit. Put that in my pocket. So yeah, so you can buy other stuff that will do this, but this was pretty cheap, and I was able to mount it on my shuttle, and it was the same company, which is Summit, where I got the shuttle. So it was all the same brand, and I was able to message them, and they told me how to wire it in, and it's kind of neat to just have it right there. Try not to get that in direct, you know, into your eyes or anything like that. So I don't think you guys will really be able to see, but I can with the eye that is glowing pretty good. Maybe we'll stick that down in there and see if that will rile them all up. All right, guys, I just dumped my bait and I got a flag. I'm getting ready to pick up here. So let's see what this is. The line looks pretty slack. It is off to the side, but oh, there it goes. Oh, it's going good now. Oh, this is a heavy fish. bigger pickerel. That hook is long gone. We're picking up anyway. It's better for the fish if you just cut it. But another one. I'd say it's about 18, 19 inches. But we'll say goodbye to him. Pickerel number 2 on the day. That one was a little bit bigger than the first one. That was literally just getting everything picked up. It's just after 1:30 now, and I'm just trying to get everything to the point where I can just go grab my traps, hook up, and go. So that was a neat little surprise. Maybe we'll get another flag, but not on this trap. We got to get this one picked up because it now doesn't have a hook. So I want to teach you guys from my mistakes. So earlier in the video, we were fishing over there. Some people came up, camped out pretty close to us. Wasn't getting any flags, so decided to move across here. Your auger bit comes with a protective cover. I have even gone as far as buying this ion case for it. Use those things. Do not just throw it on top like we have here, just because you're only going a little ways. Because I now have a cut in my Eskimo bag. Luckily it didn't go through and hit the shelter itself. And I have a cut in my cover on my jet sled, and now every time I use it I need to make sure that cut is in the back. And that all could have been prevented by taking 2 extra seconds and just putting that guard blade on there. Actually, you probably can't see it now, but I actually nicked my thumb with that blade too. They're very sharp and it takes no time at all. And the crappy thing is, the hole in the cover didn't even happen when I was riding over here. It happened when I was taking it out. So, all this gear is super expensive. Take the extra time to take care of it. It's just stupid stuff like that. So I almost need to go buy a new cover for the jet sled, because once you start getting hit with slush and stuff like that, that is just going to soak all my stuff, which pretty much just makes the cover irrelevant at that point. So I'm done. I got it. Alright guys, 15 minutes or so, 20 minutes. I'm not saying I'm superstitious, but if I say a time where I want to leave, I tend not to leave until that time, because I just think that if I do that, it's I would have lost the opportunity to get like the biggest fish of my life or something. So we got 3 traps in the water. Let's hang out here for 20 minutes, get the biggest fish of our life, get this beard out of my face by turning this way, and then let's go home to a bowl of chili and some football. 9 minutes before we were done, we got a flag. I don't see the reel spinning. Got one. Man, these all feel heavy after reeling in 15 perch all day. Pickerel. Oh, a decent one. I'd say that's a good 19. 9 minutes before I was going to pick up. 3rd pickerel of the day. a set of time, I mean, I don't even pick up 1 minute early. Unless I run out of bait. Then that would be pointless this day. Alright guys, so I'm all loaded up, cover on, ready to head home, get all this stuff out of the truck. There's about 10 pounds extra slush on it right now from the ride out. It was really slushy, especially by shore, but it's a good day. 18 fish, as long as we don't tell everybody that 15 of them were tiny yellow perch. 3 of them were pickerel, good sized pickerel, all of them. But all in all, a good day. It was a little windy, a little chilly, but we didn't have to bust out the shack. That means it wasn't too bad. And now we'll go home and watch the Super Bowl and maybe do some editing on this. Not sure when I'll put this video out, but when you see it, you should know who won the Super Bowl. And like I said, I'm happy regardless what team wins. I just didn't want the Ravens to win. Or the Packers. As long as those two teams aren't winning it, I don't care. But I got my reasons for liking the Chiefs. I got a lot of their players on my fantasy, so I've been watching them all year. And the 49ers are just a good story with Mr. Irrelevant, the last pick in the draft. And Christian McCaffrey has always been a good player, so I like rooting for him. But other than that, we're going to get out of here, gas up the snowmobile for the next trip, and get everything put away so it can dry off, and we'll get ready for the next one. Thank you guys for coming along. If you like what you saw today, please hit that subscribe button. We're also on TikTok. We are on Facebook. If you guys want to shoot us messages on Facebook, any questions or stuff you'd like to see, we're always up to listening to new ideas, and maybe we'll even see you out there sometime.